What is politics? Politics is about expanding our own ranks while diminishing the enemy's forces. As they spoke, Yang Lu deployed a battalion from the 79th Regiment into Lingang New City. The first confrontation began. Actual command was carried out by Lu Diming and other regimental commanders. In the early days of Jinggangshan, they mostly fought landlord militias or low-level security like the Guards Regiment, but this was a rare opportunity. The military career of a super genius has begun. Destroy the enemy. Based on intelligence provided by the masses, an enemy force was identified, consisting of over 300 regular troops under Wang Guosheng, plus around 500 to 600 guards. After entering the city, they arrested many Communist Party members and peasant association leaders, even slaughtering unarmed farmers and burning down civilian homes, committing every crime. Wang Zuo's 2nd Regiment. Yes, viewers who've seen episode 5 already know that at this point, Yat Wang's troops reorganized and joined the Workers' and Peasants' Revolutionary Army's 2nd Regiment. Combined with peasant militias and local guards, they amassed over 3,000 troops in total, 5 times the enemy's numbers. Their strategy boiled down to one word: swarm. Our 1st Battalion, 1st Regiment led the main assault on the eastern gate. The 3rd Battalion would feint south to divert enemy fire, while the training unit and 2nd Battalion would encircle the northern gate to block escape routes. Liu Wensai's 1st Battalion was to defend the western sector between Shangkuxi and Xiaxuxi, laying ambushes as the general reserve to cut off retreat paths toward Old Qixing Ridge. The enemy fled. Assist the 1st Regiment in hurting the enemy breakthrough into the paddy fields by the west gate. The 2nd Battalion, 2nd Regiment will stay at the Jinggangshan base to monitor Xiuquan. Again. At midnight, Comrade Mao led 2 columns of troops directly to Xincheng. As planned, they moved stealthily into position, completely surrounding Xincheng. On the 18th of February, the Xincheng garrison departed via the south gate, heading to the drill ground for morning exercises. The assault squad of the Mountain Battalion fired a volley, killing over a dozen. The enemy troops panicked, abandoning their weapons and fleeing back into the city. OPs fired too soon, should have waited for the enemy to fully deploy before shooting. Now most of them have fled into the city to hide. Enemy battalion commander Wang Guosheng just noticed many attackers, armed with spears and machetes, which he dismissed, thinking, with our city's sturdy gates and superior firepower, I won't even lift a finger. Sipping wine and relaxing for 2 days until young Rakshan arrives with reinforcements. Then we'll wipe them all out effortlessly and claim our rewards. How perfect! Yuan Wensai then suggested launching a full-scale assault. Crushing them will be child's play. A committee member declined. We should achieve the greatest victory at the smallest cost. He ordered the 3rd Battalion to intensify their feigned attacks on the south gate. The enemy forces failed to coordinate. Meanwhile, the 1st Battalion fiercely assaulted the east gate, with the 1st Company carrying ladders and straw bundles. As soon as gunfire erupted at the south gate, they sprinted to attack the east gate. Soldiers climbed the walls on ladders, while on the other they piled straw to burn the gate. Nearby civilians also spontaneously arrived, carrying local produce to assist, busy carrying firewood and kerosene. Their shared goal was to make the enemy burn, but the enemy refused to ignite, anticipating the assault team's route. They kept suppressing with firepower. Mao foresaw the enemy's plan, ordering Zhang Ziqing to deploy 2 machine guns from the south gate to counter the enemy's suppression. The enemy had no choice but to burn the city gate, sending thick smoke billowing. Even the gate guards were blinded by the dense smoke. A large hole was burned in the gate, and soldiers scaled the walls. The east gate fell. Meanwhile, the 3rd Battalion intensified their feigned attack at the south gate. They accidentally breached the south gate. What is the point of fighting now? Just fight. In the chaos, enemy commander Wang Guozheng was killed, and their defenses collapsed, fleeing in search of an escape. Only then did they see the 30-strong main force enter the city and panic, begging Commissar Mao to let them join the fight and fire a few shots. The Hakka mounted troops are truly fearless in battle, a far cry from mercenaries paid 80 silver coins. Commissar Mao chuckled and held back his reserve force. The fleeing enemy headed for the north gate. The training unit and 2nd Battalion were already firing fiercely, forcing them back again. Seeing the west gate was eerily quiet, the enemy troops swarmed toward it. Pest, not even a single sentry in sight. Had Wu Mu and Commissar Mao's wisdom been present, Bai's troops wouldn't have gotten far beyond the city before reaching flooded fields. Where the long-waiting Yuan Wenfu greeted them with, "Sunday Laoshi, we'll kill you!" Then the enemy turned tail and fled back, but before long, thousands of troops and civilians had already pursued them, surrounding the remaining enemies with no escape.
We are lenient with prisoners!
The battle was fought swiftly and decisively, starting at dawn and ending by noon. Nearly 35% of enemy forces were killed, including Battalion Commander Wang Guozhang and a Guards Regiment leader. Magistrates Zhang Kaiyang and over 300 soldiers were captured alive in Qingqing County. The rest surrendered and were taken prisoner.